this real quick.
My pirate hat went away.
30 seconds-ish, allegedly.
It is finished.
Save the last one for me.
Right. Thanks, Denise.
I'll cut you wide open.
You have engaged a hostile rat swarm. Against the enemy's regular weapons are ineffective or even completely useless. However, the storm is still very vulnerable to attacks that hit area. The storm uses this channel positive energy damage.
I know what to do.
Rely on me.
Time's not waiting.
Me?
Soot is
Meditate on your
rest
mistakes.
I wonder
Might make you
why.
feel better.
I'll go ahead.
We did this already. I forgot we died.
I know the way.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Got him, coach.
Surrender or else. I hope you appreciate this. The heartbeat quickens.
My duck.
Into the fray.
This will hurt.
Did you see that?
I am helpful, am I not?
This is my kind of work.
Let me draw the first blood.
Oh, my goodness.
Follow my lead.
No, I'm gonna be so far behind.
Enemy approaching.
without risk.
Okay, this guy goes on his long rant about heresy. Things play out differently. Shit, well, starting where we fucked up last time. Well, I have tolerated your heresy for too long. The signs of recent and hard fighting are obvious by the stern old man, his armor dented and covered in blood. His unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. He brings the blade of his sword to the throat of the beautiful golden-haired Esamir, who is being held by two soldiers. I should have put you to the stake the day you arrived in this society. Perhaps this tragedy could have been prevented. Or perhaps you should have listened to others instead of spitting accusations of heresy at anyone who stood up to you. The Esamir has been savagely beaten, but a smile plays his bloody lips. Who knows? Perhaps you could have saved Kennebrus had you listened to my warnings about the demon's attacks, if you had allowed my adepts to complete their mission, if we had worked together instead of fighting each other. Holron said, "You said it yourself. You have been fighting against me all this time, you heretic. Well then, unburden your soul. Confess before your death that your adepts succumbed to demons, and their instigations almost deprived the city of its wardstone." The old man strikes the Esamir in the face. "The time for confessing is past. Say your final prayer to your unholy mistress. Soon you will be reunited with her." Ramian, the Esamir notices you, and in a loud, clear voice and tones, "O Desna, the great dreamer, I pray you protect my adepts, send a brave soul to aid them, one who knows the price of freedom and who can distinguish good from evil. They may not share my fate. And please forgive Prelate Harum for everything, including the folly he is about to commit." Helen, "I've heard enough of this treasonous prattle." He seems to spit a second away from slicing the Esamir's throat. "Hey, what are you doing? Let go of him." The old man, caught in his retribution, pays no heed to your words. The old man slices the Esamir's throat. The body drops to the ground. The old man turns to you. "Who are you? What are you doing here? You're not a cultist, are you? You see how I deal with cultists?" "And what is this hideous creature?" Holron peers at Lan with suspicion. "Lan, at your service," the mongrel ducks his head in a bow. "My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I've lived in Kennebrus my whole life. You haven't seen me before? Ah, it must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We've been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time." "The First Crusade? So you're a mongrel. You obviously know human speech. Surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you." The prelate looks at you. "If you cause any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you haven't told me who you are." "Why did you kill the Asimar?" "For heresy and treason," Holron spits. "This cultist has been spreading seditious rumors in the city for years, undermining our defenses and besmirching my name. In the end, his creatures, the adepts of the Temple of Desna, revealed their true colors when they tried to sneak into the Wardstone Chamber and perform God knows what foul magics over it. If I hadn't been keeping my eye on them from the very beginning, their plan would have succeeded, and now Kennebrus would have lost significant protection offered by Iomede's gift. The traitors were unfortunately stopped in time. I have just disposed of their leader. Without doubt, much of his accomplices will be found justly punished." "A cultist? Desna's a god, a good and benevolent goddess. Her church is not outlawed." "Good? Evil? What's the difference? All our forces of chaos are the same. Demonos, Azadas, Kotula or Desna, it makes no difference to me. All they think about is destroying and tearing down, but in a way that leads to madness. The Desians' intentions may have been good, but they were the first to succumb to the demon's lies, the first to poison the morale of their comrades, the first to rush headlong into such fatal foolishness. May Iomide serve justice to them all. But Prelate, they're our allies. Some allies can do more harm than your enemies, you know. Precisely. I am gratified to see that the taint of your disfigured body did not leave you dull-witted as well. And Scowls, thank you for your kind words. I'm glad the demons didn't knock your brain out of your skull on the battlefield. I am responsible for the city. The Queen herself appointed me to protect it. The goddess has conferred upon me the powers to fulfill my duty. I decide here who is an ally and who is an enemy. This is mindless brutality and lawlessness. You're a disgrace to your city and your goddess. No, I am protecting my city, and my dealings with the goddess have nothing to do with you or anyone else. Prelate, your forces are needed elsewhere. Irabeth Tirade, warden of the city, is gathering troops in the Defender's Heart to strike against the demons. Who now? Tirablade, that upstart and warden of the city? I suppose I've already been written off for dead. This isn't sedition, it's outright insurrection. I am loath to abandon my watch, but I can't turn a blind eye to such a blatant usurpation of power. We have no hope defeating the enemy if there's any disorder within our ranks. I'm going there now. I need to see what Irabeth is up to. Ember peers intently at Lauren. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. But it is true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting a bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me out from the flames. But then he died too. Don't you remember? Hold on. If you were burned, then it was with good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape the fire, then that is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice for these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence is finally fulfilled. You're lucky I have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young, with a big mustache. Ember smiles broadly, then draws a large, bushy mustache in the air with her fingers. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really, really wanted to protect the city, and only got mixed up about who was good and who was evil. Lawful, attack. I'll kill you for this, swine. What? I'd like to see you try, demon worshipper.
Can we retreat already? Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Oh shit.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
A calculated risk.
I didn't see if you resisted that. We'll save it things.
Distract them for me. Ah!
You won't survive me.
This should do it.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh, she did damage for the first time in her entire life.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Time to share your treasures.
Endure this.
Let's try this way.
Get fucked. Dickhead.
A bright future awaits us.
Yeah, I'm sure you think that.
Seems like it.
Thanks. You hear a voice somewhere very close by, scant inches away, something between a whimper and a groan, followed by heavy breathing. I know you're there. Show yourself and we can talk face to face. The stranger, who is very clearly a Desnan adept Remian mentioned sighs. I'm so tired of jumping at every shadow. If I suspect every person I meet is of nefarious intentions, I'll be just the same as Whole Run, won't I? And I don't want to be like him. I want to believe that you're a friend, stranger. The adept ends his invisibility spell and appears before you. So you're one of the Denesian adepts that tried to break into the Wardstone? Where are your fellow worshippers, and how many of them are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse the Inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? That would be great. I have no hope of finding my friends in this chaos. I'm scared to think what will happen if the Inquisitors or demons get to them first. Listen, my friends are called Arcana and Thal. Thal, the Wallflower, and Arcana is an amazing singer and truly a beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She probably blended into a crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage, but I don't think he'll risk using magic. That would only bring the Inquisitors down on him. He'll be harder to find. You better find Arcana first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please find them and protect them against the demons and Inquisitors. I'll wait here in the goddesses temple. I hope our mysterious helper will send a new message that will reveal what has become of the demons. I gotta go. Go. May Desna be with you, stranger.
1, 2, 3.
Yet another obstacle.
The end of this bolt can shoot itself 50 points of damage. Can't be ignored from suits. This bolt cannot miss.
What's with all the breathing? Ooh.
Can't hide from me.
As it should be. That is not far.
I will help where I can.
The absence of an answer is an answer too. Scrawny tiefling. Help! Somebody, please save me! The tiefling's voice is hoarse from his repeated and fruitless calls for help. Is that you? I'm begging you. Get me out of here, please. Those rats left me here to rot, but you can save me. Hey, is that you? Woljif, brother, buddy, help me out. Don't leave me here to die. Woljif's panic eyes dart between you and the trapped tiefling. Hey there, buddy. I mean, sure, I'll help. Yeah, we are gonna help him, right? Yeah, alright, we'll help you. Clearing their rubble away proves to be a big challenge. By the time you finally trap the tiefling, you're already collapsed with fatigue. Phew, I'm alive. I'm actually alive. Thank you. I'll remember your kindness for the rest of my life. The tiefling nods and looks at the cleared rubble. That way leads to the cellar of the Grey Garrison. We stashed a few crates of some real good booze in there. I'm not going back in there, no way. But if you're crazy enough to do it, take whatever you want. It's yours. Well, so long. I'm gonna get the hell away from these bloody ruins as fast as I can, and you should do the same. Thanks for helping me out.
All those little people in there probably just have their hands destroyed.
I'll go ahead.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Despite all the city's trouble, the statue of Iomade towers proudly over the streets.
I know the way. Follow my lead.
Count Arende's servant. Thank the gods, I found someone who isn't fleeing in a panic. Are you crusaders? Mercenaries? The comely half-elf is so frightened he can barely get his words out. I am servant to Count Darren Calneves Andre. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons. The master himself and all his guests are trapped inside. The house guards are nowhere to be found. I managed to escape through a servant's passage to look for help. Will you help me? The mansion's only a stone throw away. The next street over. He meets your gaze with pleading eyes. Count Arundel. I've seen him a few times before, from afar. He looked highly audacious. I must confess that he did capture my attention, but that's neither here nor there. We should help him. The gratitude of a rich and influential man can only benefit us. You have heard about the Arundel family before. This wealthy and noble Medieval dynasty was almost wiped out by demons more than 10 years ago. The last surviving member of the family, the young Count Darren, has an infamous reputation. He is well known for being a rake and a rogue. Misfortune continues to dog the house of Arundel, I see. The servant cringes. You're telling me. Everyone tried to talk me out of taking up this position, saying that it can't just have been bad luck that brought tragedy down on the family and almost killed off the line. But I reasoned that since my master's the only one to survive that calamity, that meant he must be blessed by fate and the powers of good. It was pay or the pay was nothing to sniff at either. The servants cast his eyes around the street. I should have listened to people smarter than me and gone to work somewhere else, preferably far away from Kennebrace. Tell me what happened. I'll tell you what I can. I was working from dusk till dawn and back till dusk again, serving guests at the Count's banquet. When the other servants came to me to relieve me of my post, I went to sleep. Next thing I know, I wake up and there are demons inside the mansion. I couldn't even reach the Count. The monsters had blocked the way. The Count's banquet was still going on. He and his guests were in the great hall as far as I could tell, and the door to the room was sealed and the demons couldn't get in. I'm begging you, please hurry. The mansion's doors are sturdily built, but the demons will have to work hard to get past them, so you don't have time to rescue the people inside. Alright, where's your master's house? It's not far at all. You're better entering from the next street over, though, the passage I used to get out. Help, I'm begging you. I hate to think what the Count will do to me if I don't bring any help.
As it should be.
Well, it's probably the same too. Well, won't be a cactus. What about spoilers?
Hear me, take heed. The horde, Jesus, the wardstone is
You
their
gonna play
target.
this, Golf? This game's a great game. I can't hear you right now because I'm shooting.
That is not far.
And you're sick, so you're quiet. No, don't die.
Save the last one for me. The world in crimson.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
But I will